Head of Marvel TV Brad Winderbaum was recently talking about Daredevil Born Again and what we can expect and how it compares to other shows, including the previous iteration on Netflix. And he said that this upcoming series is very problematic at its core, and that will feature and be a part of the big complex story. We know for a fact, because it's been stated by everybody involved with the series, that Daredevil Born Again will be different. It's still going to remain intact in terms of the feel and story and the characters from what we're used to in the Netflix series, but as time has gone by, they are changing elements, and we've heard multiple times that this is going to be a completely different beast for Marvel Studios. Well, recently, during an appearance on ABC, the man in charge of Marvel Studios' television division, Brad Winderbaum, was asked a little bit more about Daredevil Born Again. This is what he said, and I quote, "Imagine if New York City was an intricate and problematic and as scary as the world of Game of Thrones. All these forces vying for control. And yes, it can be really hopeful at times, and really violent at times, and dark, but also there's light at the end of the tunnel if you could just fight for it." End quote. Okay, so I like what he's saying, and at face value, you understand exactly what he's going for. If you don't, let me backtrack a bit. So what he's saying here is, there is a ton of crime syndicates and families in New York that are fighting for power due to the power vacuum because the Kingpin was presumed dead. But now he's returning and he is running for mayor. This is going to take everything and flip it upside down on its head and sideways. And suddenly you're going to have people that are trying to backstab one another, that are pledging loyalty to one side while really being loyal to the other. And then you have Daredevil and his people caught in the middle of this gang war, and they're trying to do what they're trying to do, which is make it a better place. Suddenly, everything is again going to get flipped upside down when he becomes mayor and starts banning vigilantes and heroes, while the crime syndicates then are promised by him that they're going to have free reins. You can see exactly how this compares to Game of Thrones. Just remove the dragons and, replace them with, well, I guess MCU has dragons as well, so that's a bad analogy. Replace them with drugs. Yeah, that'll do. Overall, this has me more hyped in regards to what they're saying than almost anything else they've said, because that's exactly what Daredevil should be. Him in the middle of this giant gang war that no matter what progress he makes, it always doesn't seem to pay off.